What if one of the closest Rookie of the Year races in recent memory didn't actually crown the right winner? Was Con Nuepel robbed? Should this have been a co-award? Or did the system fail one of the best rookie seasons we've seen in years? Tonight, we break down the reactions, the controversy, and everything surrounding this heated moment in NBA history. The announcement that started chaos. The moment the votes were revealed, everything changed. Cooper Flagg secured the award with 56 first-place votes, while Con Nuepel followed closely with 44. On paper, it looks decisive, but in reality, that gap is razor-thin in voting terms. And that's exactly what sparked the debate. Jeff Teague didn't hesitate. His reaction was immediate. I ain't gonna lie, I think it should have been co-Rookie of the Year. That one sentence summed up what millions were already thinking. Because when a race is this close, the conversation shifts from who won to who deserved it more. And suddenly, the award didn't feel like a celebration. It felt like a controversy. Jeff Teague keeps it real. That ain't how it go. Jeff Teague's reaction wasn't polished or filtered. It was raw, honest, and straight from a player's perspective. He doubled down. It should have been co, but that ain't how it go. And that line hits deeper than it sounds. Because the NBA doesn't do shared Rookie of the Year awards often. It's a system built to choose one face, one winner, one narrative. But what happens when the reality doesn't fit the system? Teague understood both sides. Yes, Cooper Flagg had an incredible season, but Con Nuepel was right there, matching impact, production, and clutch moments. And that's where frustration builds, not because Flagg didn't deserve it, but because Nuepel might have deserved it just as much. The playoff factor, the hidden decider. Here's where things get even more interesting. One of the biggest points Jeff Teague highlighted was something fans often overlook. Winning matters. Nuepel's team, the Charlotte Hornets, struggled to make a playoff push. Meanwhile, Flagg's impact with the Dallas Mavericks helped elevate his team's standing. And in award voting, that changes everything. Teague explained it clearly. If they would have made the playoffs, it would have been a different story. That one detail might have decided the entire race. Because voters don't just look at stats, they look at team success, momentum late in the season, impact in meaningful games. And unfortunately for Nuepel, timing wasn't on his side. Timing of the votes, the hidden twist. Now here's the real mystery that even Jeff Teague questioned. When were the votes actually cast? Because if voting happened before Nuepel's late season surge, then the result might not reflect the full story. Teague himself said, "I would love to know when the votes had to be in." And that's a huge point. Imagine this. A player struggles mid-season, then explodes in the final stretch. But the votes are already locked in. That means the award doesn't reflect the entire season, just a snapshot of it. And in a race this close, that timing could decide everything. 2 rookie seasons we won't forget. Despite the controversy, one thing is undeniable. Both Cooper Flagg and Con Nuepel delivered elite rookie seasons. Let's break it down. Cooper Flagg, consistent impact all season, strong defensive presence, key contributor to team success, delivered when it mattered most. Con Nuepel, explosive scoring ability, game-changing moments, late-season dominance, carried heavy responsibility. Jeff Teague gave credit where it's due. 2 great rookie seasons, man. And that's the truth. This wasn't a case of one player dominating and the other trailing. This was 2 stars rising at the same time, and only one could win. The bigger debate, should the NBA allow co-winners? This situation opens up a much bigger question. Should the NBA allow co-Rookie of the Year winners more often? Because this isn't the first time we've seen a close race spark controversy. When 2 players are nearly identical in impact, does forcing one winner actually make sense? Teague clearly leaned toward that idea. It should have been co, and honestly, it's hard to argue against it in this case. Because awards are supposed to recognize greatness, not create unnecessary debates over who was slightly better. The future, this rivalry is just beginning. Here's the part nobody should ignore. This isn't the end of the story. It's the beginning. Cooper Flagg versus Con Nuepel is shaping up to be one of the most exciting rivalries in the NBA's future. Think about it. 2 elite talents, drafted into different situations, competing for the same spotlight. already tied together by controversy. Moments like this don't fade, they fuel careers. Every matchup between the Mavericks and Hornets will now carry extra weight. Every stat line will be compared. Every highlight will be debated. And deep down, both players know this race isn't over. Jeff Teague's other takes. While reacting, Jeff Teague didn't stop at Rookie of the Year. He also dropped opinions on LeBron James and whether he can tap into his 2013 form again. Predictions for playoff matchups. Confidence or lack of it in certain teams. The brutal reality of aging in the NBA. One quote stood out: "You old as hell, bro. It's over." Harsh? Maybe. Real? Definitely. And that's why fans love reactions like this. Because they're honest, unfiltered, and rooted in real basketball experience. Was it fair or just basketball? So now the question comes back to you. Did Cooper Flagg truly earn Rookie of the Year, or was Con Newapple robbed of a moment that should have been shared? Because when the votes are this close, the answer isn't always clear. But one thing is certain. This debate isn't going away anytime soon. And the next time these two step on the court together, it won't just be another game. It'll be personal. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and watch the full video for more insane NBA reactions and debates.